Let's get right into the picks. Today's date is 1/5/2023. It's a Thursday. We're going to look at some plays that I like in the NBA for prize picks. First play I'm looking at is coming from the point section. We're looking at Jaylen Brown. His prize picks prop is 26.5. Props.cash projection is 30. Spreads are pretty even, over and under. Let's look a little bit more deeply at Jaylen Brown. They are on the road in Dallas. Let's look at all the games. Over his last 10, he's hit this prop 60% of the time. And of course, over his last 5, he's hit it 100% of the time. Let's look at the away stats. Away in his last 5, he's hit it 60% of the time. Last 10, 50. Last 30, 47% of the time. Dallas slows the pace down, so they're pretty good against points allowed. Field goal percentage allowed, they're not very good. 3 points allowed, they're second in the league. 3-point percentage allowed, middle of the road. Free throws allowed, middle of the road, and they're pretty good against the shooting guard defense. I still like Jaylen to go over the prop of 26.5 points for the night. I like him to go over the prop of 26.5 points. Second play I'm looking at is coming from rebounds, and we're going to look at Kelly Olynyk for Utah. His prop is 4.5. The projection is 5.5. Pretty heavy favorite to go over, -135. He's on a 1-game streak of going over this. Let's look at Kelly a little bit more deeply. Utah is playing Houston, and Utah is on the road. And if not mistaken, this is one of Kelly's old teams. So in his last 30, he's hit this prop 50% of the time. Last 10, 50% of the time. Last 5, 40% of the time. And versus Houston, he's had 9 and 8 rebounds respectively. That's a lot more than a 4.5 prop. I like this number right here. Obviously, he rebounds well against Houston. One time was on the road, he had 9. One time was at home, he had 8. So that says a lot. Let's look at his away stats also. Last 10 away, he's hit it 70% of the time. Last 30, he's hit it 56% of the time. I'm going with Kelly Olynyk to go over the prop of 4.5 rebounds for the night versus Houston. Third play we're looking at is coming from the assist, and we're going to look at Jamal Murray. Prop is 5.5. Props I cast projection is 7.61. It's -120 at the books to go, at some of the books to go over. Let's look at Jamal a little deeper here. He's hit this prop 53% of the time. Well, let's look at all. Last 30, he's hit this prop 50% of the time. Last 10, he's hit it 70% of the time. Let's look at the home stats. Home, last 10, he's hit it 50% of the time. Last 30 in home, 53% of the time. And we don't have anything against the Clippers. They're playing the LA Clippers tonight, and they are in home. Yep. And we do have let's look at this one Clipper game here. He had 9 assists on the road on the Clippers versus the Clippers back in November. So his prop on the night is 5.5. We're going to go over the prop of 5.5 assists for Jamal Murray for the night. Next one I'm looking at is going to be 3-pointers made, and we're going to look at Franz Wagner for Orlando. His prop for the night is 1.5. Projection is 2.25. Pretty heavy favorite to go under this. Memphis, not very good at first 3-pointers. Let's look at Mr. Wagner a little bit closer. Again, they're playing Memphis. So he's hit this mark in the last 10 games, 60% of the time. He's went over 1.5 threes. Last 30, 47% of the time. Let's look at his last 5. 60% of the time. Looks like he hasn't played since 12/30. Memphis is one of the worst in the league with 3 points allowed. Middle of the road with 3-point percentage allowed and shooting guard defense. Let's look at him versus Memphis. Nothing versus Memphis. I think Mr. Wagner get back on, gets his rhythm back tonight. He's taking about 5.2 3-pointers in his last 10, 4.6 in his last 5. I like him to go over the prop of 1.5 3-pointers made for the night. I think he takes 5. I think he hits 2. Just the numbers going to tell us he's going to do that. So, hey, we're rooting for Frank Wagner to put it up tonight and take 5 3-pointers. The last play I'm looking at from the night is coming from the points, rebounds, and assists. We can go a lot of ways here. I think there's a few plays we have here. Let's first look at Luka. Luka's line is 52.5. His projection is 60.69. One of the biggest point projection differential here on Prizepicks. Let's look at Luka. Pretty heavy favorite to go over 52.5, minus 125. Let's look at his last 30. He's done it 33% of the time. Last 10, he's done it 50% of the time. Last 5, he's hot. He's done it 80% of the time. And this is all games. Let's look at his home games. Home, he's done it 40% of the time. 40%. 37%. Something to look at. Role players step up at home. So you hope Luka, contributes with more rebounds and assists. Usually superstars' points are down at home sometimes, just, because more role players get involved and they're knocking down shots. So I still like Luka to go over this tonight. He's going to be aggressive against Boston. They're going to come out and try to win this game. And for them to win this game, Luka has to be real aggressive and do his thing. So I like Luka to go over the prop of 52.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And a couple other players you can look at in this category, I think, is Markelle Fultz. I would take his over 21.5. And again, I think Jaylen Brown's going to have a big game all around. And I like his over 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So those are a few plays that I have for today. Go ahead and like, subscribe. Both of those things would be greatly appreciated. Drop some comments down there. Let me know who you're going with tonight if you're using any of my picks. The tool that we use to quickly come up with some great picks is props.cash. Link to that is down in the description. Use my code WISEGUYBETS to get a percentage off your monthly subscription. That is all I have. Until the next video, peace.